Let's look briefly at converting between one unit of measure to another. This is largely outside the metric system. Inside the metric system, especially if you're all looking at one unit and one type of measure, say length or volume or something like that, it's extremely simple because of the way the metric system is set up, and it's parallel to the decimal system and the prefixes and all this. Here, however, say if you're making conversions in the British system, or maybe making conversions between the British system and the metric system, it gets a little more involved. And here's where I like to make use of what's called the unit multiplier. Unit multiplier is literally the ratio of the units that you want compared to the units that you have. All right, and it allows you to do a quick multiplication or division to find the answer. All right, to find the value of your measurement in another unit. So say for instance we know that there are 1.61 kilometers in every mile. Right now, this may come intuitively to you, and if it does, to just simply multiply by the 1.61, great, go ahead. But if that doesn't just come to you immediately, you can keep track of these things with a unit multiplier. That is to say, we make a fraction out of this because we're putting the same value on both sides, both the numerator and the denominator. This multiplying by this number, this fraction, won't change the value of our measurement, simply will change the units. And in this case, we purposely put the units that we want our measurement to be in afterward in the numerator, so as to allow the units that we want to get rid of to cancel, so to speak. It's almost as if we treat those units, that designation, MI for miles or NIN for inches, as a factor. All right. So here, I like to go ahead and actually keep track of it that way. Sometimes you'll have a long string of unit multipliers, and it's valuable to go ahead and cross out and keep careful track of all of your different units getting canceled out appropriately and so forth, so that the one unit that you want is all that's left in the end. And if you go ahead and do this multiplication, we get 24.14 kilometers. Here's an opportunity to think about significant figures. My original value here of 15 miles had only 2 significant figures. Therefore, I can only report my answer 2. All right. So there's an example of a unit multiplier. And again, this is a conversion from the British system to the metric system. It may not be too valuable to memorize this particular conversion here, the 1.61 kilometers per mile, but another conversion that is very important and should probably be committed to memory by anybody in our industry is that there are 25.4 millimeters in every inch. All right. Some people memorize 2.54 centimeters per inch. It's equivalent, right? But this one's very useful as millimeters is sort of a baseline for many of our measurements and so forth. All right, and then this 43 inches serves as an opportunity both to use our new conversion here, this one that we should set to memory, to commit to memory, and practice our unit multiplier procedure. So I'm going to make a fraction with one of these in the numerator, one in the denominator. I need to pick the one that has the units I want and put that in the numerator so that the units in the bottom will cancel, so to speak, with these units in my measurement.